And there we go. Sticker. I just love when you can personalize your own stuff like that. It just makes you want to use it a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Today we are looking at a cheap little light from the internet. You can actually get it a lot of places these days. AliExpress, eBay, Amazon, wherever you buy your cheap stuff, I guess. So that is good. And it's called the W140 RGB. It is a fascinating little light, but let's just see everything that it comes with first. Very minimalistic, it's quite nice, and it tells you a bit about what size to expect when you actually open it. It has some information in the back about what the model is and how many lights it has. For instance, 49 white, 49 yellow, and 42 RGB lights. Interesting. Okay, well, enough about that. Let's just open the box and see what's inside. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh! Maybe I should have turned it on and then open it. That would be very interesting, wouldn't it? Let's try again. Oh! Very nice, isn't it? Nah, forget it. So, it comes with a piece of paper which has information on it. We don't need that. But what we do need is this cable, unless you got your own charging cable, because that is exactly what this is. But it's only the cable, so you need the rest of the set yourself. Boop, goes into USB. Maybe you can charge it on the PC as well. I haven't tried that. Also, you get this, which is a cold shoe mount. We'll get back to that, but I just thought I'd show you that first. It's a very nice little detail. And then what you've all been waiting for, the light itself. Maybe I should have turned it on first and then take it out of the bag. Let's get this out of the way and focus on the light, which is this small little thing about the size of a phone. Actually, phones are very much bigger these days. It's a bit thicker than a phone, of course, which is very nice actually. And it would fit perfectly in the pocket. Look at that. Look at that right there. Perfect, isn't it? All right, we're done fooling around. Let's take a look at the back here. We got a stripe of colors, and that is a very important stripe because it has some numbers on it, and those numbers indicate what number the light is. So when you want to switch to that light, that is the numbers that you should follow as a guideline. I'll show you that in a minute, but first let's look at what else it has. The input for charging, and when it's fully charged it says okay on the screen, which I guess is very nice. Then you know when it's fully charged and you can finally turn it off. Cool. It also has 2 wheels, whereas the first top one is actually the on button, and what you do is you hold it, boop, there you go, and it's on. And this might blind you, so you've been warned. Whee! Cool, now I'm probably out of focus, I don't know. Look, I am your father. Enough of that. So on the little screen that just lit up as well, it indicates the battery life, which I've found is quite good. I actually think it goes a few hours on a full charge, which is very preferable. I love that. So you can take it out in the wild and know that it's gonna be on when you need it for a photo shoot or a video shoot. Speaking of photo shoots, at the end of this explanation, I am actually gonna set up for a photo shoot on this background right here, and we'll see how that goes using different colors that it has. But first, let me show you the way to use it. Here you have the wheel that you now press up or down to switch between Kelvin. So if you want a very, very white light, you go up to 9,000 Kelvin, that is the maximum. And the minimum is 2,500 Kelvin, which is the very yellow light. And then you'll see, I'll blind you again. It has white and yellow lights here. And depending on which way you go, one is gonna be dominating the other one. Now only the yellow ones are on because we are on 2,500 Kelvin. The other wheel is the strength. Right now, this is actually 100% strength. Okay, good to know. But we can also take it very much down to a amount of 20%. This is only 20%, so you'll see that the lights are very dim in comparison to what they were before. But where's the colors? Well, you press this button where you turned it on, but you don't hold it this time, you just press it, boom, switches to red. And this is 20% red because we put it on 20% before. So the bottom wheel is only for the strengths. And right now we're back to 100%. You can see this is the red because we put it on 0 on top and 100% on the bottom. And that is where these numbers come in, because 0 is right on the edge where we have a red color, which means if we want to switch to, let's say, green, we can look at this and say between 60 and 120 is the green. So we just hold this and eventually we'll be on something green. Like this one is 105. You see, this one is quite green. I am Shrek. Donkey! Okay, enough of that. What else does it actually offer? Well, if we press the top wheel again, we press it, we don't go up or down, we switch to saturation, which means now the top wheel is for the strength of the green. You see, as soon as I go down to 67, it's not that strong of a green anymore. And the further down I go, the more white it gets. So actually already at 37%, this is almost completely white. Interesting. We go back to 100 just to have it there. And that's the cool thing. Usually it saves what you've done when you turn it off and then on again. So that's very nice to have. When we press it again on top, oh, it has some presets. For instance, this is the party preset. Cool. But what does the top wheel do now then? It switches between different presets. So if I go down, for instance, right now, this is the candle. So I can put this somewhere and be like, Buongiorno, madame. Hola, señorita. ¿Cómo estás? So maybe you can put that in the corner. If you don't like candles, you can use this one. Very nice. So it has other presets like the fireworks, which is just the colors switching very fast. And lightning. I don't know, maybe you can use some of these things for like a movie set. Fire engine. Ambulance, cop car. Cop car is very nice, look at that. Okay, cool. And when we press the button again, we are back to the Kelvin settings, 2500 right there in my face. That's very nice. Let's turn it off and look at the other things that it offers. You can actually mount it to a tripod, both on the horizontal, but also on the vertical side. Very nice. And the cold shoe that we spoke of before, it has one itself on top so that you can mount maybe something else. And the bottom, you can screw this in and you can then use it for your camera. For instance, if you want to mount it to the cold or hot shoe that you have on the camera, you can put this right in, and then you still have this part for maybe a microphone, if that's what you want, or maybe you just stack a lot of these lights on top of each other. There's also more expensive versions by other brands, which lets you control the colors on the phone via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, whichever it is. I haven't tried those, but they are also very much more expensive, maybe 3, 4, 5 times this price. And what is the price of this one? Well, I think I gave about 25 US dollars. And I must say, I've loved using it. It doesn't take up much space in the camera bag, but do keep in mind the size does mean something when it comes to a light like this. I would not use this for full body photography because it's not going to light up the full body. It's a small light and it's perfect for portraits, which you crop exactly where I'm cropped right now. But if you want to light up something bigger, you need more of these. And speaking of more of these, this was actually my first one, which I have been using as a backlight right now, just to give an atmosphere. So now I have 2 of them because I like to shoot photography where you use different colors, and now I can finally combine the classic orange and teal, or red and green, or orange and green, or blue and purple, and you get what I mean. What I'm trying to say is that they might not suit everything that you need them for. For instance, if you were to shoot a short film, it doesn't matter whether it's this one or the more expensive one. They might just be too small for what you need them to do, but they are very nice for something like backlight or photography, or maybe combining a lot of them. And that is exactly why I like to have these. Also, maybe 2 of them might actually fit in the pocket. I have to try, I have to try. Look at that. Look, it just fits right there like a big wallet or something. And someone is gonna try to steal it and you'll be like, what? Is this what you want?
Is this what you want?
And then what you do is you turn it on and you blind them and then you just run away. So now it can be used for self-defense as well. You are very welcome. Now you should actually invest in... Don't listen to me. Anyways, we made it to the part where I'm gonna set up for a little photo shoot on this black background, and I'm just gonna use the different colors that they have in the back. So none of the presets and none of the Kelvin stuff, just the colors and maybe some natural light. We'll see. Okay, enjoy. We have transformed the corner into a home studio now, and my cousin Melody is gonna help us test out the colors in these lights to see what we can get out of it. I'm shooting with the Panasonic G7, and if this camera can handle it, I'm pretty sure your camera can handle this low light setting as well. Are you excited?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Good. Right now I have two different colors on her, about 45 degrees on each side. One in pink, one in blue. They go very well together. That's a combination I've been using a lot. We're gonna try to change the color in just a minute, but for now we're gonna do some portraits. And as you see, they are quite close to her face. And as I said before, they cannot light up the entire person, or at least it's very hard to do so because they are a small size. So they work well for portraits or for just a third light somewhere in the back, which we'll try in just a minute. Smile. A bit up with the head. Look at me. Yeah, there you go. So this time I'm using the orange where the blue was before on the 45-degree angle. But in the back I put a green one just to give a slight signal of green on the side of the face and the hair. It makes a very nice outline and they just go well with the orange. But I don't want too much green, otherwise she might look like an alien. In this case, I just want to have a feeling of multiple colors hitting her face, and they complement each other very well. For the last setting, we pulled the curtains and it's completely dark apart from these lamps. We're just gonna put both of them on the same color and see what's gonna happen. First, we're gonna try with red because that is the hardest one to do. It usually takes out all details. Know that when you work with red. You ready?
Yes. 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 Ah!
That is very much it. I'm just gonna be personalizing this second one as well. I really love these stickers. I got stickers with my logo on. Look at that, just pop it right there, you know? Oy. Nice, very good quality as well, very. A final thing I want to say is the first one I got, it has some scratches on it, and that's because it's been dropped a few times and it has survived no problem. So it is quite sturdy as well, if that's something you were wondering. The plastic's very good. Okay, I think all that's left to say is please come back next time. Please come back next time. And if you have one of these, write your experience below. Maybe you have some insights that I've missed, or maybe you have some recommendations to even cheaper lights. There's a lot of cool stuff coming your way, and this was just one of them. So if you like film and photography, stick around, and I hope to see you next time. So bye. Now what's gonna happen if I combine different presets? Ooh, look at this party. Okay, fine, I'll go.